All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Monday, August 26th, set today by Vulcan, who is usually on the easier side and seems to be setting every second Monday. Let's see what Vulcan has. Fine weather that came from Berlin. I'm immediately, for some reason, wondering if it could be Irving Berlin, the songwriter. And I'm racking my brain for song titles that might mean fine weather. I keep just thinking of White Christmas. That's obviously not it. Or Always. Oh, he had so many. Anyway, let's try one down. Pulses that sound like roots. Okay, so I mean that's a very obvious homophone. He's serving it up to us on a plate. Pulses that sound like roots. Well, pulses could be beats, which sound like B-double-E-T-S. Ah, blue skies. Nothing but blue skies. There we go. Is the Irving Berlin song. All right. Ignorant are deliberately forgotten. Ooh, so I think it's a double definition, although maybe the second one is a bit of a stretch. Begins with U, is I presume it's an un, which would certainly be ignorant. No. Deferential communication from Captain Nemo. That's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, right, Captain Nemo? So I think it's going to be deferential submission. I suppose he had a submission. Well, I'm not 100% sure of that. Let's go and look at this. Looks interesting. I'm not prepared to come out with this. Ah, well, with the letters must be ad lib. Oh, I didn't know ad lib was hyphenated. Anyway, yeah, so it's just a cryptic definition, something you would come out with that you haven't prepared beforehand would be an ad lib. Well, the sub part is right, but I'm not sure still about the submission. Ooh, I think somebody who is ignorant might be unlearned, I think you would say. And I think they say sometimes you have to unlearn certain behaviors, so deliberately forget them. So I think that's what that is. How about popular soft drink for princess? Well, popular is usually in. Oh, and is it a Spanish princess, an infanta? And of course, Fanta is the soft drink. All right, went off to capture carbon, thoroughly cleaned. Ooh, I wonder could it be scrubbed? Went off. So I think carbon is simply C. So a word for went off. I'm thinking if you went off in a football game as a player, then you're subbed. But then where would the R come from? Thoroughly? No. No, I don't get that. How about come to late party? Well, when I see late in a cryptic crossword, I immediately think of somebody who has passed away. They are the late so-and-so. And a late party, therefore, could be awake. Yes, and if you come to out of sleep, then you wake. All right. Is 4 minus 3 2? not a person answers. I think that might simply be no one would be not a person. And the answer to the question is a two. No, it's one. Yeah, all right. So then what's hoist, weight, a tiny distance? Well, I think the W is weight. Then we might have an A and then a three-letter tiny distance, and the whole thing means hoist. Oh, no, it's not. It's W for weight plus inch is a tiny distance, and then if you winch something up, you're hoisting it. All right, this one looks very gettable. Fact, crook, sports, a very formal garment. In this case, sports is an anagram indicator, and it's in to sport in the sense of to play. Animals might be sporting on the village green or somewhere. And so if the letters sport of fact, crook, oh, you get a frock coat, which is a formal garment. Let's try you once put in pipes for orangeries, for example. Well, we have seen in clues before you once, and it's saying an old-fashioned form of the word you. So I immediately think of thou or thee, but I'm thinking orangeries maybe. You grow oranges within hothouses. Although I think in a lot of places they're just grown outdoors. They have the climate for it, but I think otherwise you might have to grow them in hothouses, which is thou put inside hoses, which are the pipes. All right, power to reject, spoiled vote. All right, we anagram vote, and we get a veto, which is the power to reject something. At halt, a railway is stuck. Oh, well, I'm wondering if a railway, the abbreviation for railway is often RY, although I think you can have RWY as well. But ARY at the end, I'm thinking if you're stuck still, then you're stationary, and a halt for a train could be a train station. All right, so this isn't scrub. Oh, scoured. Ah, yes, if you went off somebody or something, then you soured on it. And that does capture the C for carbon. All right. In card game, is Daisy able to speak perhaps? I am thinking of a card game. I've never played it, but I've seen it mentioned. I said the other day we had the Hoyle book, Rules of Games, and I remember Canasta was one of them. And I know again from doing the crossword that a daisy, I think, is a member of the aster family, Aster. And in the English accent, aster and asta are homophones. Not the way I speak, I think, but anyway. And so I think is a daisy able, you might say, can aster. All right, I'll allow it. Allowed to go and be rude to teacher. Oh, if I think if an officer, I don't know if they allow the men to go, but they dismiss them. And if you're rude to somebody, I suppose you diss them. And your teacher you might call miss. I think that's right. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems right. Body of potholer, a daughter buried. Ooh. A daughter, I think, would be A and D for daughter. And I'm thinking, is that AD buried within a potholer? And it's going to mean body? Oh, I don't see it. Yeah, or maybe it's a word for buried. No, I don't see it. Inquisitive. Scoundrel is casing university. So I think we're going to have a word for scoundrel, but I think we're also going to have an is just because we have that final S, and that is going to case or surround U for university, and it's going to mean inquisitive. Well, I'm thinking of curious. So a scoundrel is a cur, and there's our is. And the university is actually the Open University, which is an institution in Britain. I think it operates completely over the air, does it? Remote learning. Maybe they have an actual location somewhere where students go, but I certainly remember watching British television growing up. I think in the afternoon, was it on BBC Two, they would show some Open University programs. Sometimes I was nerdy enough to watch them. All right, wax and massage at end of play. Oh, well, the end of play, I thought, oh, maybe it's a word ending in Y, the last letter of play. And we would have to put a word for massage 3 letters before that, and the obvious synonym is to rub. And I remember there is an American comedian, Ruby Wax, and one of those cases where an American becomes much more famous and well known in another country, in this case in Britain. But I'm sure some of the American viewers know Ruby Wax. All right, hungry and sleepy girl who found her comfort zone. Oh, well, yeah, so a sleepy girl who found her comfort zone, something that wasn't too hard or too soft, but just right, would be Goldilocks. Oh, she was hungry as well, of course, because one porridge was too hot and one was too cold. So that's just simply a cryptic definition. I don't think there's any wordplay here. Yep, there we go. Circle line, train cat, disturbed, finally caught. I'm wondering if finally caught is like the end of play. We have to have the final letter of caught, a T. Train cat is 8 letters, so if that was disturbed or anagrammed and then we added the T, we'd have 9 letters. Then the definition would be circle line, but I think it's going to be a mathematical term for a line that intersects a circle or a tangent. Yeah, I'm not thinking of it with the letters of train, cat plus T. Yeah, it's not the radius. Oh, I should have that, but it's just not coming to me. All right, how about good landlord offers spirit? Well, good is very often abbreviated to G. The landlord of a pub, I think, might sometimes be humorously called the host. I suppose they are literally the host, but it is, I think, a little bit old-fashioned, mine host. Put them together and you get a ghost. All right, we may as well finish off the acrosses. Funny rhyme for a term of endearment. I wonder if it is the name for a funny poem. Unless it's a word that rhymes with funny, like bunny. I may have called my darling Bunny at one time or another, so... But otherwise, is it something like a limerick or a clerihew or some other funny rhyme? Well, we'll come back to that. The Northern Star Edition, sharply divided opinion. Ooh, 9 letters. So addition, possibly we're going to make an addition of some letters. Oh no, I don't think so. I think it might be a sharply divided opinion. Addition, of course, could be issue. So is it something issue that divides people, controversial, divisive? And then what's the Northern Star? The Pole Star? Oh, no, not getting it. We'll come back to those. All right. One predicts you a starry future. I think we have another cryptic definition. We have enough words that I think it must be astrologer who would predict your future using the stars. Yeah, there's no wordplay there either. All right, past chewed, rock in bus. So here I think we do have an anagram. We're going to chew up the letters of rock in bus, and we're going to get a pest. Ooh, not a cockroach. Let's do the anagram helper. Funny letters. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. When it's well, maybe I'm thinking immediately an animal pest, but maybe a human pest too. Yeah, I'm not getting that one at all. My goodness, why am I not seeing this one? I'm sure you've all seen it before me. Yeah, what is the ending going to be? Bronsk Kunk? I do like that character, Philomena Kunk. No. Oh my goodness. Oh, could it be an IOUS ending? No, because then all of the vowels will be at the end and we'll have none left over for the start. Con. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I'm not seeing that. Cock Robin. No. Yeah, I do not see that at all. Let's try looking again at our body of... Ooh, I'm wondering if it could be a hidden clue just because of the D and the O. A daughter buried, that it's buried within. No, I don't know. Not that. All right. Smooth illiterate's signature for military decoration. Well, an illiterate person would sign with a cross, and to smooth something out, like your clothes, you would iron them. So the iron cross is that decoration. Exposed position of troop destroyed. Could that be an anagram of troop? That doesn't seem likely, and it would mean an exposed position. Yeah, I'm just not getting my anagrams today. Formal, new instructions here for leaving. Oh my goodness, formal. Is that the definition? New instructions here for leaving. No, I don't see that. A stick and a bit of carrot. Oh, that's a great clue. A stick and a bit of carrot. No. In place, observe to speak. So I think to speak is a homophone. If you observed something, you cited it, S-I-G-H-T-E-D. But if something is in place, it is cited. All right. Old city, Des goes on to devastate. I wonder if it is an old city, and if you put DES, I presume in front of it, it means to devastate. I am thinking of to spoil, but I don't think POIL is an old city. Destroy. Oh, Troy, of course. Yes, there we go. So at least I did read that the right way. It is an unusual clue formation. Yeah, I don't think we've seen one like that recently, but anyway, glad I got that. All right, we've looked at all of them. Yeah, very much a crossword of two halves. I think the top half went very smoothly. I thought this was going to be a walk in the park, and then I got a bit of a comeuppance. All right, yeah, formal. Let me pause and sip my water and ponder this. Well, I have nothing for 19 down, but I did look up again at 14. I tried anagramming it on paper, and then I realized, oh, wait a minute. It may not be an anagram of rock in bus. And I went back to cockroach and I realized, oh, that's an anagram of rock inside of a coach, which is a bus. All right. So now body of potholer, a daughter buried. What is a potholer? Well, unless we're supposed to find something within it, but a spelunker. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is it a lift and separate? Oh, maybe submission is wrong. Let me check that one. Oh, of course, a missive. would be a communication. That makes more sense now. So deferential is submissive. Communication is missive from a sub. Yeah. Because I looked at this and I thought about cadaver could be a body. Still not sure how the wordplay, other than I did think a daughter would go in there, so that's what made me think of cadaver. Oh, a caver, of course, is a potholer. Ah, yes. So obvious now. All right. Well, this could still be an anagram. Oh, of course, an exposed position would be on a rooftop. There we go, which is an anagram of troop. Oh my goodness. This I thought was the train cat plus a T, and we have beginning with A. Well, let's try the anagram helper. I think the finally caught will come at the end, but let's just shuffle and see. Oh, I think it's the Antarctic. Oh, um, yeah. I'm not quite sure I get the definition of circle. There is certainly the Antarctic Circle, and I suppose there's a line that shows, I don't know how many degrees it goes from the pole, but yeah, the Arctic Circle, the Antarctic Circle. Ah, clever. All right, so now are a stick and a bit of carrot. Oh, a baton. A baton would be a stick. But how is that a bit of carrot? No. Ah, the rhyme for a term of endearment isn't bunny, it is honey. It's a very loose clue, I think, but I can't complain too much. Yeah, so let me check baton. It is right, but we're going to have to go to 15 squared at the end to understand why it's right. And a bit of carrot. No, unless it's a part of the carrot is called a baton. No, or is it something to do with cricket? I don't think it's Jasper carrot. I'm not sure about that. All right, formal. Oh, yes. Oh, I think this is another cryptic definition. No wordplay. So a codicil, if I'm saying that right, or is a codicil to a will, adds new instructions formally, I should say. And for leaving again is like departing, passing on. Oh no, actually, sorry, it's for leaving, as in leaving your money and your goods to someone, your survivors. Yeah, sorry, that's the leaving, I think. All right, is it just the sharply divided opinion would be polarized? And the Northern Star, of course, is the polar. Polaris. Sorry, Polaris is the Northern Star. I should have remembered that. And addition can be abbreviated to ed. All right, wasn't too bad, but I did definitely slow down on the bottom half. Let's check all. Everything else stayed put. All right, let's head over to 15 squared. All right, the blog is by Lunapic, a typical Monday puzzle. Cryptic definitions and homophones wasn't as easy as some. Most were okay, although where I come from, Asta and Asta are pronounced differently. I would agree with that. Oh, now this is interesting. Honey and funny don't quite rhyme. Oh, I wonder where Lunapic is from and how they say honey and funny, because they definitely rhyme for me, but if they don't rhyme for you, please let me know where your accent comes from. My only quibble is repeated use of speak. Oh, yeah, that should have been caught in the editing, I think. Anyway, the only one I really didn't understand was in the Downs. Oh, there's Ruby Wax. Oh, they now call her British American. Yeah, maybe she does have British parentage. I wasn't aware of that. Uh, honey rhymes in quotes. Yeah, how there must be something wrong with how I say honey and funny. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, 21 down. Ah, a piece of sliced carrot is called a baton. I don't think I've ever heard that. Interesting. All right. Well, let's see what the commenters say. Needed all the crossers for codicil and Goldilocks. Yeah, I think with the cryptic definitions, because you're not getting the wordplay as an alternative route into the answer, I think you really have to be a little lucky with your induction that your brain works in a certain way. Because when I did read the clue for Goldilocks, that did occur to me that they were being cryptic in talking about her. But, if my brain had fired a different way this morning, I would not have spotted it. Well, yeah, and Codicil definitely took me a few go rounds before I saw that. Ooh, Jeff down under didn't know, like me, didn't know a baton was with a carrot. Oh, and apparently it's not in Collins. Yeah, anyway, it's in Wiktionary, okay. Well, but that's not the official. Oh, but of course Chambers is the official. But it's not there either. Anyway, that's quite enough for today. So I'm very glad to see Vulcan every second Monday because it is generally very doable and nothing really to complain about. Anyway, thank you as always for watching and have a great day.